Genesis chapter 19, verse 26. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. I want to give our praises and honor to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH, forgive me the spirit, to do this lesson. In this lesson, I'm going into, there will be many like Lot's wife. Okay, there will be many like Lot's wife. All right, and through the spirit of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, this is a strong, firm warning to all you Israelite women that believe in this truth, that say you believe, I should say. Okay, you know you're an Israelite. You might be with a man of the Lord, okay, or a believer in general. All right, this message is for y'all. A serious message. Okay, you have to trust the order of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. And in this story, okay, there was no trust in the order of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Now, I'm going to go back up to verse 15 and start there and read back down. But if you haven't read this whole story, or you're not familiar, you need to read the whole story. Okay, you have Sodom and Gomorrah, a lot of Sodomites, okay, about to receive judgment. You had two angels that popped up that appeared to Lot and his family. All right, and all the Sodomites were trying to have sex with the angels. There were two angels, okay, and Lot was trying to keep him at bay. He offered his daughters to keep him at bay, okay, because what they were doing was flat out wicked. Very wicked. Okay, think about that, trying to have sex with angels, man. Okay, very evil. Now, let's start at verse 15. Genesis 19, verse 15, it says, And when the morning arose, then the angels hasted Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife, and take thy two daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. Right. Okay, so the mercy was given for a chance for Lot's wife, okay, to make it. Okay, verse 16, it says, And while he lingered, the man laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his two daughters, the Lord being merciful unto them, okay, that mercy, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. Now, let's go into the Google definition of lingered. Real quick, it says, stay in a place longer than necessary because of reluctancy to leave. Okay, spend a long time over. All right, you hear that? Now let's go back. Now you can imagine the anxiety of the situation in real time, okay, because I'm sure there was a lot of anxiety here, but there's a point why I got that. Let's go back to verse 16 again and read. It says, And while he lingered, the man laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his two daughters. Now, I went to the Google definition of linger, okay, to linger. Now, everything is not written in the scriptures, okay? Every detail is not written down. So, understanding the end of this story and what happened to Lot's wife, okay, you can only imagine the spirit that was on her during this time, okay? Yeah, Lot lingered, but it could have been also because he was listening to his wife, okay? That could have been the case. He was listening to his wife, and she was trying to plant, okay, doubt in his mind, just like Job's wife was trying to make Job doubt. Okay, think about that. It's not written here, but just imagine in your mind. Really think and meditate. Okay, because again, when you know the end of the story, you can only imagine the spirit that was on her. Okay, the wickedness within her that was on her during this time to make, okay, to influence, all right, Lot to linger. Okay, so I want to make that point. Let's go to verse 17. And it came to pass when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life, look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain, escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. Okay, meaning get over that place. It's over. It's time to leave. That's what it means when it says, look not behind thee. It's time to go. Okay, forget this place. All right, and that's coming again in this time. Forget this place. That's why you women have to stay in order. You don't run nothing. Okay, you were created to follow. All right, so you got to follow order and trust in the process. You were the man of the Lord. You got to trust the process. Okay, if you don't, and your heart, your spirit is here in Babylon, all right, and you want to do your own thing, well, do your own thing, but you're going to die. Remember Lot's wife, you're going to die. That's a fact. All right. Verse 18, and Lot said unto them, oh, not so, my Lord. Meaning, I don't want to get destroyed. Oh, no, no, no. Okay. Verse 19, behold, now thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life, and I could not escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me and I die. Behold now, this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. And he said unto him, see, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city for which thou hast spoken. Haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore the name of that city was called Zoar. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. Right, okay. Fire from heaven, man, straight from the heavens. Imagine that. Verse 25, and he overthrew the cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the city and that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. Now, does that mean she just looked back and that's it? It's her spirit. Okay. It's her spirit, man. All right. She definitely looked back. All right. But she had a longing in her spirit. All right. A longing in her spirit to go back that place. She didn't trust him. She didn't trust the Lord, even though the angels came to the place. Think about that. The angels came. She knew the angels came, and she still didn't want to hear it. Do you see how women operate? Nothing's ever good enough. Period, man. A lot of you women are Lot's wife, man. You're going to be destroyed because why? You want to do your own thing. You want to hold on to the serpent, and really you don't trust YAHAWASHI or the man of the Lord that you are with. Okay? Period, man. You don't trust the Lord, man. So you're going to die. That's a fact. Okay? Let's go into look back in the blue letter in this scripture.
Strong's H 5027. Navat.
Nabat. It says to look, regard, to look, to show regard, pay attention to, consider. Now let's go into regard. In the Google definition, it says consider or think someone or something in a specific way, attention to or concern for something. All right. So there you go. So when you go back to Genesis 19, verse 26, but his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. She looked back. Okay, she had that spirit of, man, why are we leaving? I don't want to leave. Okay, I really don't trust y'all. I really don't trust this. That's why a lot of women in this time, okay, is going to be destroyed. Everything is written for our learning. You women are not exempt, man. You Israelite women are not exempt. Okay, that's one thing that pisses me off, is that I know in the spirit has shed light on that a lot of you women think you are exempt. You think that same spirit in the world of how they look at women is the same thing as when you come into the truth. Okay? When you hear the word, man, many are called, few are chosen. Okay? Yeah, you've been called, but a lot of y'all ain't going to be chosen. Why? Because you're like Lot's wife. That's why, man. Okay, you still got that demon inside of you. Okay, you want to provoke him to not believe. The man you with, you want to poke him. You want to get him distracted so he's not spiritually in the zone where he's supposed to be. Even though he's your protection. But you want to distract him, right? You want to go through his phone. You want to see who he with. You want to forfeit your salvation over bullshit. Over bullshit. Over your womanly emotions, man, which is nothing but garbage and trash. You might as well just throw it away because it ain't going to save you. It's going to destroy you. Okay, so y'all not getting away with nothing. YAHAWASHI says what? The eyes of the Lord are in every place. The scriptures say the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the good and the evil. You women are not exempt. They're not looking past the woman like in this world, man. Like the woman can't do no wrong. Bullshit. Those angels are looking at you, women. Okay, and they know, all right, if they get the order to destroy you, they're going to destroy you. That's a fact. You're going to become Lot's wife. If you don't repent in your spirit and get in order, okay, then you will be Lot's wife. That's the truth. Let's go to Matthew chapter 10. Let's read verse 14 and 15. It says, and whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when you depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. Right. Talking about in this time. Okay. Teaching this word. If they don't hear the word, we're supposed to shake the dust of our feet, right? The spirit will manifest to leave and to go somewhere else. Okay. But the point is in verse 15. Let's read it again. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. So we know Sodom and Gomorrah got destroyed by fire from heaven. We also know that Babylon is going to be destroyed by fire, and the earth in general is going to be hit with fire, with nuclear fire. Way worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. Way worse. Okay, so if it's going to be way worse, then you women need to really, really get in order. Because Lot's wife in that time could not get it together, and look what happened to her. So now we're in a worse situation that requires more attention, that requires more sacrifice. So how much more now are you supposed to look at this back in Sodom and Gomorrah with Lot's wife? How much more now are you supposed to be in order in this time? You think the Lord gonna miss that? He didn't miss Lot's wife. He destroyed her. Think about that. He didn't miss that. He destroyed her. Okay. After the fact, meaning after she knew the angels came to the house, after she was given the order, her spirit was still there. She didn't trust it, man. Okay. And all you women out there have seen different things in this truth. The Lord has manifest certain things, and you still like, you still trying to hold on to that woman demon. The snares and bands, you still trying to hold on to it, man. Okay, you still sleep. You still sleep. No matter what, man. Okay, so the Lord is going to wake you up by destroying you if you don't wake up. That's what's going to happen, man. He's going to wake you up by destroying you. Okay, because that mentality that you women have that comes from the world is a death mentality, is a dead mentality, is a knocked out, cold, knocked out sleep. You know that cold, knocked out, mouth open, slobbering sleep. You're done. You're out of there, man. Okay? We are at the end, man. So y'all better get it together. Let's go to Luke chapter 17. Let's start at verse 32. Remember Lot's wife. Remember Lot's wife. Okay, YAHAWASHI saying this. Remember Lot's wife. Why would YAHAWASHI say this? Why? For you women to pay attention. All you women say, oh, Shalom, YAHAWASHI. Okay, well, YAHAWASHI said this. What you gonna do? Remember Lot's wife. Y'all supposed to go back and look and see why she got destroyed. Period. Okay? and change your spirit so that you're not destroyed. All right, so you're not exempt. Let's read it again. Luke 17:32. Remember Lot's wife. Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it. Right? And whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. So what does it mean, whosoever shall seek to save his life? Meaning you're trying to hold on to the old, to the wicked old. You won't move on. You won't take the order. You won't trust the Lord. Okay, you don't believe in the gospel that we are moving on from this place. This place is going down as we speak. Okay, period, man. All the ways of this place is going down. So if you want to hold on to the ways of this place and save your life, you don't want to move on with the order of YAHAWASHI, then you are going to die. You are going to lose it. Okay, whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. Right. Okay, follow order, then you will preserve your life. Okay, you are not here to control a man of the Lord at all. Nothing he does at all. Nothing. You're only here to help. That's it. Okay, you're only here to help and join. All right, get on the boat. All right, and be quiet, be humble, be submissive, and trust. Okay, and stay in order. Verse 34, I tell you, in that night there shall be two men in one bed. Okay, the one shall be taken, and the other shall be left. Two women shall be grinding together, the one shall be taken, and the other left. Let's read it again. Verse 35, two women shall be grinding together, the one shall be taken, and the other left. And Lot's wife, she was left. She died, man. Okay, she disintegrated. She got destroyed by that fire. Okay, the one shall be taken and the other left, which proves what? Okay, all women ain't gonna make it. Okay, that's why it says, back at verse 32, remember Lot's wife. Period, man. There are many Lot's wife out here. Okay, just like her. That's going to be destroyed, man, because they refuse to get in order, man. They love the serpent and Babylon and the ways of this world so much that it kills them to follow order. It hurts them in their soul, their inner core soul, to listen to anybody of authority in the name of YAHAWASHI. Well, okay. Well, you're going to be left. Congratulations. Okay, you played yourself. You played yourself. Okay, that's a fact. All right. Last scriptures. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Okay, now I'm going to get to the point. All right. In this chapter, it talks about the unbelieving, a man that believes, but his wife don't believe. Well, she can be sanctified through him and make it, and vice versa. Okay, but when you jump to verse 16, after that was said, it says, for what knowest thou, O wife, whether thou shalt save thy husband, or how thou knowest, O man, whether thou shalt save thy wife? So even though a woman can make it, though she don't believe in this truth, okay, she can make it through the man, YAHAWASHI can intervene and say, nope, and leave her ass behind. That's a fact. He can leave her ass behind, man, even though, right, she is part of his household. He believes he's a man of the Lord, right? And the Lord can say, you're not sanctified. Okay, you're not covered by him. Bye, get out of here. Because he did it to who? He did it to Lot's wife. I just read it. Okay, so remember Lot's wife. Just because you were the man of the Lord, or you might be, don't mean you're going to make it, man. The Lord could destroy you and give that man a whole nother wife. Okay, I should say wives, plural. A lot more wives, and your ass just destroyed. Okay, because I know there are Israelite women right now, okay, dealing with a man of the Lord, and they know he's a man of the Lord, and they think they just gonna make it without doing their part, without being humble, without being meek. Okay, you ain't got to be perfect, but it's the intent of the heart of the spirit of moving forward to be in order. Okay, and like I said, everything is not written. So we don't know what type of arguments Lot was having with his wife and the things she was saying, of why ultimately the Lord was like, man, get your ass out of here, man. Think about that, man. She could have made it, but the Lord didn't want her to make it. So all you Israelite women out there, ask yourself why. Because it could be the same reason why you ain't going to make it, man. Okay, so that's the warning right there, man. We at the end, man. We ain't playing no more games. The Lord ain't playing no more games, I should say. Okay, and the man of the Lord also ain't playing no more games with you women. Okay, that mercy is running out, man. Okay, you never know how long your rope is, okay, to do bullshit. All right, especially if you with a man of the Lord, man. Okay, so with that, I hope you're edified. I want to give our praises and honor to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. Forgive me the spirit to do this lesson. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to you, Akim, out there that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.